This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Parker, Colorado. I am here at the Exercise Coach. Since 2000, this proven technology and scientific training method has transformed the lives of men and women so they can enjoy the rest of their lives. I am here with the owners, managers, Mark, Shelley. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Let's start off a little bit about yourself. You began a company here in 2020, which was kind of an interesting year for all of us, although people still need to stay in shape. Honestly, this is something that you're more of a byproduct. You were a customer. You actually enjoyed this process. You wanted to share it with other people. The two of you are no stranger to fitness. Early on in your life, we're talking about tennis training, we're talking about a military background, but then life goes on. We have kids, we have grandchildren, and we still have to be focused on our health. Share with me a little bit how this got started for you and why you thought it was a good fit for Parker.
Really, once we started checking out the Exercise Coach, it really fit our lifestyle. And so Mark, having had 3 joint replacements, I felt like it was just a perfect fit for people our age. I feel like it's something that's missing out there. It's almost like, well, you retire and then you just are supposed to sit around and do whatever. We both enjoy sports, and having had joint replacements that Mark has had, I feel like it was a good fit. There's so much more we can do at our age and activities we can enjoy in Colorado and in Parker specifically too. So we just felt like it was just a really good fit for our family, and we wanted to share that with the community.
That is interesting. Speaking of our age, is it just me, Mark, or basically a lot of folks our age that we seem to be a little more mindful of our health as we get a little with the age up? Is this something that you feel people out there are realizing as get a little older, they realize, I want to stay healthy. I want to feel better for the long haul?
Yeah, I think our experience with, we have customers of pretty much every age group from the late 20s up through the 70s at our studio, and everybody has a different kind of goal in mind when they come in. But I think as people in their 40s, 50s, 60s, I think those youthful days of their activities have changed what they can do, and we're just a little bit stubborn that we don't want that to just disappear so quickly on us. And we think our solution here helps people stay active a lot longer, and probably through the end of their life.
Obviously, I have more age. I hopefully have more wisdom as we look at things. One thing I don't have more of is time. All of us, we're a busy society. I thought as I got a little older I'd have more time, but yet it's almost the opposite. How does this program actually fit into our busy schedules?
Well, it's great. It's perfect. It's 20 minutes twice a week, and we have people that they come in and they just work out in the clothes that they were at work in. So 20 minutes, you're going to have a good load on your muscles during that time, and people can fit it into whatever they're doing. I have teachers that are here that's great for an after they're done, before they go home, they can come work out here. It's just a perfect fit for the busyness that we are right now.
That is interesting. Better results in less time, and obviously with really less equipment. The first thing I notice when I walk in here is the fact that this does not feel like the intimidating big box gym out there that a lot of folks really kind of get a little afraid of. Share with me a little bit about the facility and why a welcoming environment is something that was important to this organization.
Sure. Yeah. Again, it's personal training, so we're not set up so a mass of people come in and they vie for which piece of equipment's available. You'll be paired with a coach. We do have a couple of small group offerings that maybe there'll be 2 or 3 people working out with one coach at a time, but you'll have your machine reserved. But our equipment's specialized, the technology, and we'll probably get into that. But so we have a very specialized piece of equipment, and then we augment that with some of the things that you would see in a standard gym to just hit some different things. But the small footprint very personalized accessibility. That's how we can also manage the time, because you're not standing in line for equipment because your time's reserved, because we're an appointment-only system.
I love that. I mean, basically, there are no two bodies out there the same, and no people's needs are the same. I mean, not only do you say that, but you actually prove it with science. You have basically what's called exerbotics testing. Tell me a little bit about how that process starts and what you find out early on.
Well, when you come in for your initial consultation here, we kind of go over your fitness goals. What are you looking to do? You might just be needing more range of motion, so that you can go ahead and use your knees to bend down better, get in and out of a chair better. But you might just want to swing that golf club harder too, right? So everything is really based on your personal needs that you have. We'll put you on our equipment, and we're going to use a range of motion that is specific to you. The testing that goes on is basically, well, where are you today and how much can you do on this machine? And then our computer is going to take all that information and process that and create a workout for you. So we're there to help guide you through that, make sure your form is correct on the pieces of equipment, and that you're knowing how much to push or to pull on the equipment that we have.
That is interesting. So based on your body, based on the testing, the platform is able to really recommend a training program that is specifically designed for you. I mean, back in the day, only the elite would have a personal trainer. Now this is available to everyone, and it's actually better than just the personal trainer, because you're utilizing not only your experience, but you're also utilizing the scientific approach, if you will. Are people happy to realize that this is so customized for them?
Right. I think the customization and the personalization, and we have a great ability to vary the workouts too. So the personal trainer part of this, even though the equipment is a tool. So just like a carpenter or a plumber has a toolbox, our equipment is our toolbox, but our personal trainers design that program for that client. So which piece of equipment are you on? We have different protocols that change the way the machine works your muscles and loads your muscles. So it's up to the personal trainer to design that program for the client. So it's very customized for them and what they're able to do. So although the equipment is there, there's still that personal touch of that personal trainer.
That is interesting. We see it all the time. January rolls around, people get a membership. I don't know how many I've had. I don't know how many I've canceled within after the first month. And because quite honestly, these people get a membership, they're let loose in this huge gym, and with equipment they know nothing about. I know that for myself. It's kind of intimidating. We go on there, we do some low intensity workout, and then we're upset because we don't get any results. Or maybe we do the opposite. We do some high intensity to the point that I never want to walk back in here again. To me, this really is about a balance between that, finding that perfect balance so you do get results. Are people surprised that they're able to get those results a lot quicker than they could have on their own?
Yeah, they are. We've had some just really great experiences here with our clients. First of all, we just have the best clients here. And I think that they really do come here because it is intimidating for some people. We try and get them past any physical barriers or just maybe even their mindset of what their bodies are able to do. And so I think, we've had people that have gotten to lower some of the medication they've been on, and they were surprised by that. We get that metabolism going here, and in just that short period of time. I think one of the funnier things that we've had is we had a woman say, I just couldn't believe I could pick up my KitchenAid mixer, and she'd only been coming for 3 months. So much easier. We had people moving to a new house, and she said, my husband said, oh, no, we got that. And she goes, I could just lift it up like it was nothing. And so it's something that as the longer you're here, the stronger you're going to get, and they're realizing the benefits that we have.
Back in college, you took part in tennis. Obviously, in any sport out there, a coach is critical to our success. What do you think that piece of the pie here of a coach, do you think that is very important for helping people get some positive feedback and realize that they are making progress?
Oh, yeah. studies show that if somebody's just standing next to you and watching what you're doing, you're going to do 30 to 40% better than if they aren't there. So we're not just there just to watch the machine with the client. We're there to encourage them and to get the most out of that time that they are on each piece of equipment. And it's not always going to be, easy to do. And you're going to, struggle a little bit with it, but we're going to help you get through it. And like I said, we have people that are in their 20s, and we have people that are even in their 80s here. And so, you, as a coach, you really need to be able to see where they're at and guide them through the process.
That is interesting. I mean, it seems to me that a coach is not only there to provide some feedback, your experience, but at the same time to motivate me. I mean, to motivate me to want to come back, to motivate me to realize that how far I've come. Is that exciting for you when you get to see some of that progress? And you probably get just as excited as they do many times.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just amazing. Again, our clients are fantastic, and they have seen so much progress. I love coming to work every day, because I love that personal connection that I have with the clients, and they're excited when they get through a protocol that's difficult and they did their best, and they get to see on the screens what that looks like on there. The visual feedback that they get from our computers, it's amazing. The Exerbotics is, I'm a visual person, so they can kind of see where they're at throughout the sets that we do, and they get excited when they know it's better than they did all the other times that they came. So that visual feedback that they get is so necessary, and I think that's kind of what sets us apart here too.
That's interesting. I mean, obviously one of the benefits here is strength. We're talking about a short period of time, some high enough intensity where it actually makes some results. Is this something you also notice? People, stamina. I mean, for me, people are trying to get through the day with a couple cups of coffee, maybe some power drinks. Do they notice that out there in the real world as far as helping them kind of get through the day and feel a little bit more up?
Right. I think the thing that people really notice is our focus is on strength. And there's probably, if we go back 20, 30 years, there's this just get moving kind of paradigm in exercise. And people kind of, well, what's the mode that I'm doing? So I need to be running, I need to be, biking, and I have to do it for a long period of time. Well, at the Exercise Coach, we're kind of changing the paradigm to say what we really need to focus on is building muscle, because as we get older, we're just going to naturally lose muscle. There's a term called sarcopenia, which is a natural loss of muscle mass just due to age. But the good news is that that's reversible. You can slow that down. And even if you've lost it, you can get a lot of it back if you do resistance and strength training. And so when you do that, just things like Shelley was talking about, everyday tasks, right, that you used to do. Well, how hard is it for me to carry the groceries in? How many flights of stairs can I go up before I get tired, right? Walking, around, I can't get fit walking my dog, but I might get tired walking my dog, right? But if I build up my endurance and my strength, now walking the dog becomes an enjoyable activity and not something I dread. So can we do those everyday activities easier, like we maybe did when we were in our 20s, regardless of what our age is? Our age shouldn't be the determining factor. Our level of fitness ought to be the determining factor.
That is exciting for me because of the fact that, as we get older, definitely the day seems like it's longer. I'm like needing a break halfway through the day. Obviously, people looking to gain some muscle, maintain the muscle they already have possibly, but let's face it, people want to lose weight as well. Tell me how this method is able to achieve that for them also.
Well, we're going to, when people come in, we're going to assess where their needs are with weight loss too. And we have it's the nutrition playbook, and it focuses on whole food nutrition. So when they come in, we kind of we talk to them about, we're going to work your whole body here, but we're also we want to work. We want you to use whole food nutrition to support what we're doing here. Basically, we're going to ask them to increase their protein intake, and also fruits and vegetables. And through that, we're going to try and change their metabolism. And we also have a body comp scale here, so they could be able to see, where am I today when I come in as far as fat, muscle, water, and skeletal, and then what am I going to be like, 8-10 weeks later. And they'll be able to see that. Again, everything's visual here. So, you'll be able to see the changes you make if you do the nutrition piece combined with the exercise here too.
Like you said, many people are visual like yourself, so they love seeing that. I mean, for a lot of us, we get bombarded with so much information out there. The media is telling how to lose weight, so many programs, tricks, plans, you name it. I think when people walk into a gym, they're so focused on burning calories that they believe a certain way. This is a program that really focuses on having an efficient program that basically helps you lose the weight. Tell me about that, how that kind of differs from what people are traditionally used to.
So, one of the things it's interesting, and the focus about building muscle and gaining strength, it's all, for us, it's about building muscle mass, lean muscle mass. And part of it is if you go out and ride your bike for an hour, even at a high intensity level, you're potentially going to burn calories for that hour. But when you strength train, as your body is adapting to the stresses that we put on those muscles are burning calories to rebuild themselves. And so what you get is this afterburn effect that the muscle itself is burning calories. So by adding strength, we have this actual calorie consumer that is adding to your body. So as we build your muscle mass, your body is going to require just more energy, which is what calories are, and more energy to just exist, right? To just sustain itself. So that's one of the things that we're doing is we're helping you control your weight by not only educating you on how to eat better. We're not selling food here. We're just trying to educate. That's part of the personal training coaching, is to educate on the nutrition. But by building your muscle mass, we're giving you a different engine to burn calories, which eventually will help you lose weight.
What caught my attention about this program is the fact that with 20 minutes, 2 times a week, we really don't have an excuse, do we? I mean, honestly, I've made so many excuses throughout the years. For folks out there that see something like this, they want to get started. How do they begin? What takes place at that first one-on-one consultation? And is that a free consultation?
It is. You will, the first time you come in, it's about an hour. And the reason for that is we're gonna have you fill out some paperwork and tell us about yourself and what your goals are. For some people, it just might be. We have one client that her goal was to get in her daughter's Jeep. She couldn't get in without the step and help into it, and now she videotaped it and she showed it to us that she can just get right in there. So we're going to go over those goals, and everybody is different with that. Some people, especially during the pandemic, have been sedentary. And so it's been harder to get out and do things. And we live in Colorado. It's just so beautiful outside here, too. Those activities, they may not be ready to do yet, but they want to go do them. So we're going to find out about them. We're going to go through, what is your nutrition intake that you have right now? And what are the things that maybe we need to change with that? And then we're going to take all that information, and then we're going to set them up on our equipment. And that takes a while. The very first time you come in, we're going to hit about 5 different exercises that you'll do, and then we'll do a cardio at the end and kind of see, where are you with your cardio, and how much do we need to push you, and where are you with, especially now with being inactive, people have been a little inactive, that might be something that we want to work on a little bit more. And so we're going to kind of put you through a little bit of each one of those exercises, and then we'll set you up for a second session that's also free, and we'll run you through what a 20-minute workout would feel like for you. And I think that's where the excitement really takes place too, is getting to feel what it's like to be here for 20 minutes and just how much we can do in that short period of time.
This was a program that basically, you've been into it now since 2020. The system itself has been around for 20 years. You wanted to share this with folks in Parker. You've done it for a short time. You've probably seen some successes. Has this been rewarding for you, and do you enjoy?
It has. Like I said, I love coming to work every day. I love seeing our clients. We love the Parker community. I think one of the things that's unique about Parker is they're very proud of where they live. They like being a community outside of Denver, and there's so much to do here. And I guess I just, their experiences that they've had here have been so rewarding, and for me too. We have great coaches, and we have just really great clients that I know we can make a difference in the community.
That is excellent. Mark, if somebody's out there, they've never done exercise, okay, since back in the 20s, maybe they're our age, they want ready to come in and try something out. They're maybe a little intimidated by the whole process. What would you tell them to kind of put their mind at ease?
Yeah, this is it's a simple, straightforward, safe, effective, and efficient program, right? Those are our three kind of cornerstone words. We want it to be safe, we want it to be efficient, 20 minutes, and effective. We want to see a difference in your body. We can take anybody where they're at. That's why that first consultation, we set you up on the equipment so that it's being tailored and customized to you. So there's nothing to be threatened about. You're not going to come in and compete against a 20-year-old college athlete. We're going to take you where you are, and we're going to get you on a path to better fitness.
That is excellent. Viewers, let's take a look at the bottom of the screen right there. What you're going to see is their contact information, the website. You got to understand that not all workouts are created equal. And basically, this is a program where strength changes everything. You're talking about better results, less time, more motivation. Check out the website. You can see the team they've put together there. You can also check out podcasts. If you go to the Facebook page, they're going to keep you apprised of nutrition as well as exercise and some great stories that take place across the nation. And make sure and check out the testimonials, because you're going to see people really of all ages that are enjoying the process and realizing that you can fit this into your schedule. We're talking about 20 minutes, 2 times a week, no excuses. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.